also sugar and vice and everything late night. That's the theme of this week's issue of Willamette Week, with the paper delving into the best of what Portland has to offer after your favorite early evening haunts call it a night. Joining us to help peel back the layers of the secret city that exists after 10 p.m. is Andrew Jankowski, Assistant Arts and Culture Editor at Willamette Week. Andrew, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about the inspiration behind this particular issue.
Absolutely. We all have very fond memories of the late night scene when we were younger. And with the darkest time of the year hidden now, when it looks like it's midnight out at 4:30, we thought there was no better time than to get out of the house and see what's going on nowadays. So we looked around, we found that along with things like late night cookie shops, tabletop gaming, and other things that don't necessarily revolve around alcohol, there are still some really fun, kind of more adult-themed things that you can do. We also took a look at the poker table at Kit Kat Club and just spent some time over there and just seeing what was going on.
How'd you select the late night spots for your issue, and talk about one or two that kind of stand out for you?
Absolutely. We started out with two themes. One was anything that was open after 2:30, and we also had a late night coffee shop list going. So we decided to combine them for a super list, and we were able to rope in some institutions as well as some new things that are open. So for example, we've got Katie O'Brien's and Dear Sandy. Those are right across the street from each other on 28th and Sandy. Dear Sandy is a late night coffee shop and bar. They serve alcohol and food, but coffee is more of the theme with this really cute, kitschy theme inside, whereas Katie O'Brien's across the street is a really inclusive blue-collar bar that is just year-round, has really great Irish decorations, and very inclusive of like the queer community. And we also got to talk about like the Alibi, one of the oldest tea bars here in Portland, and a lot more.
Tell us about a new after-hours LGBTQ space inspired by 90s club culture.
Yeah, so Hickey Machine is a semi-regular party series over at Process, which is a new nightclub within this art space that's called Watershed. Hickey Machine is the work of One Half Nelson, who they saw kind of the end of the mega clubs of the 90s of New York, got to work with Suzanne Barsh, and spent time in the clubs in New York and Los Angeles in the late 2000s. So they're bringing that kind of culture to Portland for people who grew up in that period and really missed that aesthetic, as well as people who didn't really get to go out late night, especially during like the early stages of the pandemic. So we'll be expecting a lot of really high fashion queer looks. We'll be expecting a lot of high top-notch music being spun by some of Portland's best DJs. Process is open as late as 6 a.m. They also have a really extensive mocktail program. So it's really about just finding a good community and just enjoying watching the sun come up together.
Andrew, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you being here. You can read the entire article in the latest edition of Willamette Week on newsstands now or online at wweek.com.